Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. We are just seconds away from the inflation report. CPI, we've got our finger on the pulse this morning. We're listening in, and I've got it on the screen. We are going to go straight over now. We've got 1 minute to go, and we are looking in on the inflation report. And what we want to see is inflation coming down. The market will pump if we do. This is what we're looking at. Core inflation month on month. Previous 0.2. Core inflation rate 4%. Previous inflation rate month on month in November 0. Forecast of 0.1 going up slightly. We don't want to see that. We want to see it come down, if anything. But a 0 would be good as well. Inflation rate year on year 3.2. Previous consensus 3.1. We want to see at least a 3.1, if not better. We've got 45 seconds to go. Let's get ready for the inflation report and ready to see the markets move one way or another. One strategy is you could sell everything just before the report, of course, and then try and buy back. You need to know which way it's going to go. But there you go. My portfolio is pumping. As you can see, we've broken new all-time records again, 66,300. That's an all-time high. If you add my interest payment last month, I'd be at 66.6. So yes, we're at all-time highs. We've got seconds to go. Subscribe or ring the bell and give us a thumbs up. And let us know you are here. Okay, here we go. 5 seconds to go. It's coming in now. Here we go. Any moment now, we'll have the information on the screen. Core inflation is 4%, same as last time. We've got inflation month on month has gone up 0.1. Oh dear, that's not so good. That's gone up very slightly. Core inflation rate is 0.3, previous 0.2. Unfortunately, inflation has gone up slightly. Let me zoom in. Core inflation rate was 0.2. We were expecting a 0.3. Forecast was 0.2, but it's 0.3. The core inflation month over month, core inflation rate year over year has remained the same, 4%, 4%. Okay, that's good. Inflation rate month on month, we were expecting a 0.1. It is a 0.1. Previous was at 0. It's gone up slightly. The markets are selling a little bit, but it's not too bad. Core inflation rate, previous 3.2. Year on year, it's dropped 3.1. So it's not too bad. We didn't get a spike in inflation. We didn't get a drop. So it's going to be a pause. It's not a pivot. It's a pause. It's business as usual. And if we go into my portfolio, you can see my stocks are hardly moved. But that's good. Let me break it down in a bit more detail for you now. So if we go at the core inflation rate, first of all, core inflation rate month on month in the United States increased to 0.3% in November from 0.2% in October of 2023. Core inflation rate in the United States averaged 0.3% from 1957 to 2023. Okay, reaching an all-time high of 1.42% in March 1980 and a record low of negative 0.49% in April 2020. Okay, so you can see it's back in line with history, but let's find some more information. Let me go and let me just refresh that screen a minute, bring it up to date. There we go. My countries have just changed. Let me clear that a minute. Okay. Let me just refresh that screen. It's just changed a minute. What's going on there? Okay. Let's take out the UK just for a moment. Save that. Bring us back to... There we go. That's better. That's clearer. Okay. So let's go and look at the inflation rate year on year. The annual inflation rate in the United States slowed to 3.1 in November 2023, the lowest reading in 5 months, 3.1 from 3.2 in October, and in line with market forecasts. This is the annual rate. This is important because every month will fluctuate. The annual rate in the US slowed to 3.1 in November 2023, the lowest reading in 5 months from 3.2 in October, and in line with market forecast compared to October. However, consumer prices edged 0.1 higher. So we've had a slightly higher month. Overall, though, the year is falling. So that's why the markets aren't really rallying up or they're not going down. It's kind of business as usual. The Fed will pause as they have done for the last 2 reports. Tomorrow, we're going to cover it, I think. There's no reason for it to go up, but there's no reason for it to go down. But this is good. This is business as usual. I'm happy with this. Compared to October, however, consumer prices edged 0.1 higher compared to expectations on a flat reading. Core inflation continued to show some stickiness, though, with the annual core rate remaining at 4% and the monthly rate rising to 0.3 from 0.2, in line with forecasts. Again, what this will mean is we will get a pause tomorrow. That's my take on it. What else have we got? I think we've covered it all, really. I think that's covered it, to be perfectly honest. That's pretty much covered all we need to know. So the markets are okay. You don't want to, I'm not going to be selling anything or buying anything. It's business as usual. The Santa rally continues. I'm up $11,000 this month. It's been, one of my best ever months. I'm not selling or buying anything. I'm just holding as normal. Let's go and show you my position. This is my position here, and as you can see, I'm beating the market, beating Warren Buffett, all-time highs again, which is great, very, very good. But it's time now just to start reducing the margin, not selling anything, just putting my own cash in from what I earn here on YouTube and starting to bring my rate of the amount of margin down. Let's have a look now at the my portfolio and see what's moving. Virgin Galactic, they'll like this. Interest rates are not going up. They'll like it. And it's good for them. I'm at 48% on Virgin Galactic now. We're up this morning. Palantir. Palantir will like it. Any company that's borrowing money will like this. But it's not a huge green light, but overall it's business as usual. What else have we got? Let's go through all our portfolio this morning. We've got gold. We talked about gold yesterday when we met the CEO live from the New York Stock Exchange. We were there talking to Jeffrey Boots, and hopefully you saw the interview. Very, very important. If you would like to be involved, in this company, there'll be information coming shortly how you can before it goes public, before it pre-IPOs. And I'll be sharing that information with you later. This is the video, and let me just refresh that. This is the video that we put out yesterday with Jeffrey Boots. You might like to check that out. We interviewed him live from the New York Stock Exchange, and there's an opportunity for you to buy the company before it pre-IPOs. Once it pre-IPOs, you're locked into certain conditions, but you can now buy it pre-IPO. I'll be bringing you information for those of you that are interested in that. I'm actually going to be buying it. I'm going to be buying a gold mine before it goes public. All right, so there you go. Let me just refresh the screen a minute and continue going through the position. So gold, we expect gold to go up 40% over the next couple of years. So you can imagine what that would do to a gold mine. The S&P is up 0.18, which is nice. Amazon is up, no buy from me. Apple is down, no buy from me, too expensive. Next year energy. It's up. My stocks are up. The ones I'm out of are down. That's why I'm out of the mangs. They're way too expensive. way too expensive. NextEra Energy is up just 9% away. Enphase is starting to go again. I'm up 2.5% now. I could sell all of this, wipe out most of my margin if I wanted to, but it's a stock that can 3x, so I don't see any sense in doing that. Coca-Cola, I bought at the bottom. I'm earning 2.5 grand a year on dividends. I don't want across all my dividend stocks, not just Coca-Cola. I don't want to be buying anymore. It's now gone through 7% for the first time. There you go. 7%, $800 up plus the dividends. I don't want to sell that. It's covering my interest payments at the moment. Interest payments will come down. My balance will come down because I'm paying it. So it's expensive right now, but I'm building in a better future, and that's the point. I don't want to be selling this right now. J&J, this is now in the green. We're just doing a bit of algo trading at the moment, but this is a double in 18 months. Kenvue is up today as well. That's good. We're doing very well on that now. Chevron, 3.75% to go. I'd like to make 5 or 10% profit. CPI, DJ Vinny, we've just been covering the CPI. You just missed it. We did a full breakdown of the CPI before it happened, and we were right on it. So there you go. Just rewind the video to the beginning. Chevron. Chevron is down slightly, but I keep buying the all-time lows. I'm down just 3.75. When I get 5 to 10% up, I will be selling all of that. And that's 10% of my margin right there. Tesla is down very slightly this morning. Rivian is going down. I sold it at 19. I'd like to buy it back around about the 16 where I first bought it from. But there you go. McDonald's is doing very well. It was down 10%. I bought it when it was down at the bottom. You can't overpay for land. Google, it's going to go down next year. It's too expensive. I want to buy it. Insiders are selling it. Microsoft, it's too expensive. I want it, but not at this price. Walmart, I bought it at the bottom. I waited for the earnings report, and then I waited for another month before it continued to fall, and then I bought the bottom, and now I'm pretty much at the bottom, and I've got started a position back into Walmart. Tesco, it's too expensive right now. Tilray is rubbish, just not doing anything at all. Robinhood, up again. I'm up 35, nearly 36% now. 1.5 grand. Very, very nice indeed. Robinhood is a 4x. I'm not. DJ Vinny says, sorry, I was late to the party. Don't worry, mate. Don't worry. That's a great thing about it. You can always rewind and watch it again. Let me bring in the comments. Good morning. For a big day with Virgin Galactic. Yes. Rallo. Mike. Hi, Jason. Hi, Henrik. Let's go, says Tuna Sub. Very nice morning. Zed Hink. Good morning to you. Let me explain margin for you this morning. Zed Hink. Good morning. Tio Roll Raman, good morning to you. Bill, good morning. Here's our Santa Claus Bill this morning. Onto a trading session on board. Wishing good luck to everyone. Let's roll, says Tio Roll. John, morning all. John Grandfors. Wade Van Eisen, good morning, good morning. No advice, but not saying bye. Goodbyes, gold is a hold. Shame I didn't hold on to Beyond Meat. Has it gone up today, is it? CPI numbers are out. We just covered that. That was me on Discord yesterday. That was you. Okay. All right. Let me do it then. Let's go and do Discord. So Lance Strength said that's me. I just have to make sure. So Lance Strength, the first thing that we do is go into Discord and make sure that you've got the same name so people know it's you, and you already have done that. So thank you very much. We then give you a role of YouTube member. There you go. You can now talk to the members exclusively in the exclusive channels, share information and so on. I'll add you as a friend. Please do not accept anybody else that pretends to be Martyn Lucas. Please go and accept that, because I will remove the invitation within a minute, because you'll get bombarded with others pretending to be me. And you know they're not me, because they always use false names. They use the name Martyn Lucas, but their username is Martyn Lucas 1 or Martyn Lucas 2 or 2 S's. They try to pretend to be me. Do not get fooled by that. Anyway, so there we go. You've done it. There you go. Great. You've done it. Now you can see all the members' chats. You can go in the breakfast bar. Every morning, go in the breakfast bar. This is where everyone comes in the morning, shares some images, says hello to everybody. It's really, really nice. It's a nice little welcome. Jason Fallon, Christmas in Australia. There you go. Make sure that every morning you pop in here, give a like to everything, show some love, some support. Remember, if you don't clap, you don't win. That's the way to do it. All right, get involved. People send in pictures of what they're doing, and it's a fun start to the morning. Everyone gives it a little bit of love and all that stuff. And then over here, you will see the stock news, what people are talking about, crypto news, ask the family, suggestions for the show, all kinds of things that you can talk about on the show should you wish to do so. All right. So, there you go. All right. So you're all membered up now. Okay. Let me just put a like on that. And we're trying to go to a public server. So we've got plenty of members now, but we need more engagement. We need people to get involved. There we go. I'm going to wave to Lance. Give Lance a wave on his direct message. There you go, Lance. We're all good now. Okay. I think we're up to date on Discord. We are. Okay. Okay. Number 2, already tried. Well, you're all done now. Number 2, already, yeah. There's hundreds. You'll get people. Now, remember, I want you to know that we ban instantly. Anyone who tries to be me on Discord is banned within seconds. They're wasting their time, and then they can't even create another Discord account because their email address and their IP is all flagged as fraud. So I ban them immediately. Anyone who calls himself Martyn Lucas is banned. But of course, they can get your number. It's like your phone number is people can still phone you. Does that make sense? So even though I've banned them on the server, they can't be on the server. They can message you and try to be your friend, but don't accept it. They're just trying to manipulate and con you. Anyway, best YouTube channel in the world. Thank you, Mike. Good morning, everyone. Tim Rogers, thank you for your wonderful comment. On YouTube, by the way. I replied to all of my members. Thank you so much. I want to just for a moment sincerely thank everyone yesterday who took part in the event yesterday. Thank you ever so much, everyone. That was our first Meet the CEO, and boy, was it a good one. The owner of a gold mine live from the New York Stock Exchange. So I am friends with Jeffrey, and I am going to invest in a gold mine, and you too also can be in on a gold mine. Jeff has given me the information for you to make contact. They are registering with the SEC. Once they're registered with the SEC, it will then become pre-IPO. And at that point, you buy a pre-IPO price if you can through a brokerage or whatever, and then you're locked in. However, if you buy pre-IPO, in other words, it's a private company right now, it's not even registered with the SEC, you can buy at the price today, and you can buy a gold mine today before it's pre-IPOs, and then you are free to trade and do what you like. Okay, so Jeff has asked me to share the information with you that I'm going to buy a gold mine. I'm very excited about it, so I will share information with you at some point as soon as I understand it further. I've never actually bought a company that was private, before it IPO'd on a brokerage. So I want to learn the process. It's got to be quite quick though. It's going to be registering very soon. So we need to get moving on it if you want to be in on it before it's tied up with the SEC pre-IPO rules. So there you go. I want to thank all of you because I was very nervous. I received lots of comments from you because remember guys, I'm an entertainer. A few years ago, what did I know? Here I am talking to an owner of a gold mine who's IPOing from the floor of the stock market. But here is the exciting news. Beyond all of that, which was just amazing for me, thank you for all of you that supported me and sent me messages. But guess what happened afterwards? So Jeff is there on the floor, and you've got the Bloomberg interview office, you've got Mad Money, Jim Cramer, you've got all those things going on. And Jeffrey spoke to somebody on the floor that takes care of the CEOs, and there's a organization that handles all of that. And he spoke to him and told him about what I'm doing, interviewing CEOs, and he liked it. And he's in, I've got his contact number, and we are going to speak together. And this gentleman handles the CEOs on the New York Stock Exchange, talks to them, and I'm going to hook up with him hopefully later today, and start building a relationship there as someone who would like to interview all of the CEOs on the New York Stock Exchange. I mean, they could go on Bloomberg, they can, or they can, or let's be honest, they've not IPO'd their business fully until they've had an interview with Martyn Lucas on the Martyn Lucas Investor. So, if don't be careful what you dream for, because one day that dream will come true. One of the things I want more than anything else from my channel, not only to bring you the best news, the best information directly from the owners of the companies, directly from the floor of the stock market, but I want to do one thing further. I want to use my journey to not influence, but to encourage and inspire anyone. If I can do it, anyone can do it. I'm just an entertainer, having some fun, making friends, and those people enjoy my humor and enjoy my style and want to be involved. So just don't let anyone put you down. Anything in life is possible. You wake up one morning and dream something, and before you know it, you're the King of England. Maybe not that, because that I have no control over. But anything else you have control over, and it just shows you can achieve anything. So thank you to all of you for supporting me. We are going to be to 10 million subscribers. We are going to be the best, most honest YouTube TV channel in the world. We are going to interview the biggest CEOs in the world. We will have Elon Musk on my show. We will speak to Richard Branson on my show. And this is just the beginning. And this is season 3. I'm now finally earning a bit of money on YouTube. Still not quite enough to live on, but it's paying a few bills. And I continue to carry on. So thanks to all of you. Really do appreciate it. Let's read the comments. Do you think the S&P NASDAQ will run through their all-time highs soon? I think we're going to get a bit of a drop. NASDAQ and the S&P, no, I think they're going to trim back down. That's why I'm out of the biggest S&P stocks. Well, I have Coca-Cola and J&J and Tesla, but they were all at the bottom, whereas Google and Facebook and Meta, Apple and all these things, Amazon, they're all too expensive. Rocket Lab launch pushed back to no earlier than the 15th of December. Yes, we're not covering it today. It's moved back. Let me just make sure I've got that right. Where's the date of that? Rocket Lab. We'll keep an eye on that. But of course, it's worked out pretty well, really, for us, because tomorrow we've got the FOMC report. So we're going to be really snowed the next couple of days. Anyway, make sure we're all up to date there. Discord. Yeah, we're all good there. Bring you up to date on YouTube. Let me give a welcome in this morning to all of my viewers. Let's go around the world and check in. I want to thank everyone here this morning on LinkedIn. Thank you very much for joining me. Welcome to you. I'm now on LinkedIn. If you'd like to follow me on LinkedIn, I've got the link below in the in the description. Let me welcome our Kick audience in this morning. Hi all. There you go. Is there a way to like this? Where do you like it? Where do you actually like the stream, Mike? Where's the like button? Maybe I can't because it's me. Probably. You'd think you would be able to. I always like the stream. I like everything. I love it all. I get criticized for doing it, but I don't care. Why not like your own stream? No, I can't see where you do it. All right. What about Facebook and X and Twitch? Let's give everybody a welcome there. Hi all. Like to welcome everybody in from Twitch. I also like to welcome everybody in from Facebook, my Facebook page. There you go. Hi all this morning. There you go. And we'll do that the same here on... Oh, wow. Four reposts this morning. Hey, that's good. That's good. I don't get any engagement on my lives on X, but 4 reposts. What's going on? Who's that's good. Hi all. Who's messaged me there? I've never seen 4 before. I like that. Hang on a minute. Let me see who's been talking to me on. Let's have a look. We've got. Whoops. Hang on. Let me make sure I've got covered everything. Jason Fallon reposted it. Jason Fallon's from Australia. There you go. Have I got any comments to answer this morning? Oh, go. There's Mike. We've got a competition for the fan of the year for a trophy. Yes. Every morning. He's brilliant. And you know, this really matters. You see how the show's growing? This really matters. Those of you that are, the trolls that are always negative, you're getting left behind. And the founder members will be everything to this show in the future. You want a link for LinkedIn? You want a link for LinkedIn? You want a link for LinkedIn, do you? All right, then. Here's the link for LinkedIn. There you go. I've put it 3 times so you can see it. Okay. Where would you buy Google, Apple, and Meta? I don't know. Right now. They're great companies, and they'll keep running. People keep buying them. But I don't want to own a company overvalued because it can always crash. Look what happened to Amazon. I bought it when it went down 10% in 1 second on the earnings. A good time to buy it now is the next earnings, because the next earnings will be disappointing for Apple. It will. So buy it on the next earnings. Literally set a buy limit order on the earnings. The moment it comes out, boom, 10% buy. That's all you got to do. That's how I'm going to get it. So you got to have patience and wait. That's how I'll do it. A link for LinkedIn. I see what you did there, Martin. You like that? Alex, pretty good, right? Will DMG be a dividend stock? Do you know? Oh, I doubt it. It's a growth stock straight away, isn't it? Because we're a gold mine. So anyway, there'll be more information coming out about that. I'll get more information to you as it's available. All right. Virgin Galactic, Palantir, gold, S&P, Amazon, Apple. So we're not selling anything today. We're not buying anything today. It's business as usual. What I'd like to do today is I'd like to do, wait for it, I'd like to do 4 reviews today. A review day special. There's nothing too exciting with the CPI, inflation. It's perfectly okay. It's business as usual. We're not going to get anything major today. Nothing really pumps. Nothing's going to really drop. It's going to be fine. And because I've got a defensive position anyway, which is Coca-Cola and J&J is the underpinning of my portfolio, and I'm not in Apple. I'm not in Amazon, the overbought stocks. I'm in the oversold stocks. So I'm not going to. Even if I was down 5% today, I wouldn't really care about that. I don't think I will be, but even if I was, it wouldn't matter. I'd be looking for the opportunity to buy Amazon today or lower, or Apple, but I think I'm going to get it on the earnings, to be perfectly honest. Anyway, Steve Cash, thank you, Martin. Not too shabby. Market still looks viable. I think so. Steve, lovely to see you here. Welcome to the show. This is my portfolio. Remember, I started with $5,000 2.5 years ago. And here we are today. So my main account is 50,000. My Roth IRA, all of this was $5,000. And now it's just under $66,000. I don't short the stocks. I don't do options. I own the companies. I own the businesses. I buy businesses, not stock prices. When I find something that is all-time low and it's oversold, and when I mean all-time low, I mean all-time low for me. I can't buy Coca-Cola where Warren Buffett bought it. And I don't reinvest the dividends. I use the dividends wisely when they come in. They just pay off margin, or I buy another dip. But right now, I only buy when something goes to an all-time low. So whatever price I paid, the lowest price I paid for J&J or Coca-Cola or whatever it might be, I will buy it lower, or not at all. Because and I'm not buying any of the Mangs right now. They're all too expensive, and they're the ones that are gonna drop, because they got overbought. Everybody's just jumping in on buying everything, and that's a big mistake. Anyway, we've gone red. That's all right. It's not that bad news. I'm not concerned. Shall we have a little listen in to see what Bloomberg say? Bloomberg might have something to say. Let me have a look with Bloomberg. Just have a quick listen in, see what they're doing. Bloomberg have been rubbish the last couple of days. Play lots of repeats, and I don't understand it. I don't quite know what's going on with Bloomberg at the minute. Let me just search here a minute. I don't know why they're... What if this has changed? Let me have a look. What the heck is going on here? That's better. That's what we want. We don't want that. Sky News, that's better. Right, let's go over to here, see what they've got to say this morning. Let's talk about inflation.
Been coming down very gradually.
We've seen inflation start to trend lower.
To slow down inflation.
I think all the factors that were there to bring inflation down, they're still there.
We still have a lot of disinflationary forces.
Underlying trends for inflation are extremely favorable.
Yeah, they're playing a bit of music at the minute, so we don't want to do that because we get copyright issues. But I do want to hear what they want to say this morning from the floor.
The Fed needs to ensure that inflation is stamped out.
That's the big bet right now. Can the Fed afford to pull back?
What's the speed of that disinflation that they can?
Still playing music. Stop playing music. Just focus on the information. Then I can show it. Need more screens so I can watch all these streams. Jason Fallon. Right, let's have a quick listen in. Here we go. Let's have a listen in here.
The CPI report of 31 minutes ago. Your thoughts on it?
Here we go.
Yeah, I don't think there was a big surprise in this report, except for some of the things that were maybe a little stickier than what people anticipated. You had the shelter number, which a lot of people thought was going to come down pretty significantly, actually moved up a little bit. Headline brought down obviously by gasoline prices, down 6%, so that pulled the headline down. But I think the key thing that Powell and the Fed is going to be watching is that core number did not move. We're still at 4%. So the market and investors that have that belief that inflation is going to continue to fall rapidly and that the Fed is therefore going to start cutting rates, I think this might be a little bit of an eye-opener to say, wait a minute,
I don't think that at all.
Maybe we need to take a step back.
Maybe we need to think that
the Fed probably will be higher for longer, and I'll actually be looking for Powell tomorrow to push back a little bit on where the market is, where it's gotten a little bit ahead of itself. I think this inflation report feeds into that narrative.
David, let's go there. What's the risk we get stuck at 4?
So, when we look at what's happening in the core figures themselves, obviously headline was driven by what happened with gasoline. But, the BLS even said in the report that 70% of the core inflation that we're seeing is still attributable to housing. And so when we look at what's going on there, we look at some of the more timely measures, the Zillow measure, the Cleveland Fed measure. If you run some simple analysis and kind of use various leads and lags, it does suggest that shelter component should come off the boil over the course of the next few months. It's not going to happen instantaneously. That should help bring us down a bit further. But I do think that we still need to respect the fact that the last mile of the inflation journey is often the most difficult. And
I don't need to cover this anymore because exactly as I expected, exactly as I've been saying for a year, it's going to stay up there, but it's not going to go up any higher. It's why I'm not buying the overbought stocks. Repeatedly say it every single day. Nothing has changed here. No surprise here. I don't really like what the banks have to say. If I'm perfectly honest, the banks tend to always be a little bit one-sided and never quite accurate, if I'm honest. I don't really like it. I said I called the bull market 6 months before Bank of America. I said when the rates would come down, I said we'd get the pauses before anybody else. I'm just looking at the numbers and the facts, not trying to hype or promote or any personal interest, which a lot of people do. Anyway, we're green again. I'm gonna turn it green because I feel very bullish today. Actually, I'm okay with this. This is what I expected. I don't think the overall markets are going to be green, but I think I am because I've got defensive stocks. The majority of my stocks are defensive. I don't own Apple. I don't own Amazon, and I'm not going to buy it because they are going to come down in the new year, and then I'll buy them. It's good for Virgin Galactic. Palantir will come down. I'll buy that. Gold is going up. We know that. We talked yesterday to the CEO of DMG. We know about that. The S&P is coming down. I'll be buying it when it does. The Amazon's too expensive. Let me read some comments here. Good morning. Very cold here in Florida today. Martin, did you ever buy any figs? Forgive me if you have let us know, but I've been all over the place recently as the friends visiting from the UK. I haven't yet, actually. I'm looking at it, but I don't like their advertising on StockTwits. That shows a little bit of desperation to me. I know you might not agree, but I don't like when a company does that. And it's still bouncing around that $7. I see I would like to buy it under $6. It went to $6.99, but it's going to go sideways for a while. I think I might be wrong, of course. I'm wrong all the time, but no, I'm not. I'm wrong sometimes. Let's be honest. Wrong sometimes, but not all the time. Figs. I want to buy it, but I just think there's better opportunities. Now you look at it and you go, it's 18% up in a month. You've missed it. You could have bought it for $5.95. That was a good price. I wasn't looking at it then, to be fair. But 18% in a month sounds pretty good, right? Sounds pretty good. But if you look at my portfolio, and if you look at my position over the month, I'm up 29% on the month. So even though I didn't buy figs, I am triple, quadruple, 10 times the S&P, 10 times Warren Buffett this month. So I'm not in on that, but I'm still up 29%, nearly 28% in 1 month, $11,500. So I'm doing all right anyway. So there are better things for me to buy at the moment. And if I don't get it at a great price, who cares? There's always something else. I'm not jumping on a bandwagon having to own everything. I also want to buy our guest gold mine yesterday, Jeff Jeffrey Boots. I'm going to buy the gold mine before it pre-IPOs. So I'll explain how you can do that with me should you decide to do so. Anyway, all right. Okay, let's have a little look here. Let's go for our positions. I think we've answered all the questions. We're going to try to do today 4 reviews. Many of you have got a review on a list, and I'd like to get through as many of those reviews today as possible. The markets are looking fine. Once the bell goes and we see where the markets are going, I'm not concerned. I'm not buying. I'm not selling. We're not going to see massive drops today in Apple and the S&P. Not massive. It might go down a bit, but not where I want to. Not where I want to buy it. I'd like to buy Apple. I'd like to buy Amazon, but not at these prices. Enphase. I'm just holding. Coca-Cola is going up. So now I'm 7.2. Look, it's the biggest part of my portfolio. 50% of my Roth IRA. And 12% of my main account. I bought at the bottom. It's 7% up now. It just keeps on going. Great. Really, really good. J&J. Jim Cramer was ridiculous, saying it's you got to dump it, get out of it. I don't even think he's done that. I think he's just saying it. I think it's a terrible information that you put out. It's rubbish. Johnson & Johnson, you want to buy the bottom, which I did. And I've got $24,000. I mean, seriously? Anyway, Kenvue going up, the domestic arm. Chevron, now then, last time I bought it, or the lowest price I've ever paid for it was 141. I keep buying it lower. 141.40. 141.40. So I'll buy it at 140 if it goes to 140, and I'll buy another $1,000 at 140. If not, forget it. Let it go. Tesla down but moving back up. Rivian, I sold it at 19. If you remember, I said it was overbought over some ridiculous analysis valuations, over pumping the stock. It might go up again. I don't care. I sold it at 19. There's better opportunities. It's losing money on every car. It could do well next year. It's finding ways to be more efficient, but that's a long way off. 6 months, a couple of quarters. I'd like to buy on an earnings, get a dip, and then go from there. But I'm not going to buy it yet. I've just sold it for a profit. I think I made like 15%, something like that. Walmart. We'll wait for that to go down low before I buy more. That's got to go down like 3 or 4% now for me to buy another $1,000 worth. If not, I don't buy it. Robinhood, I'm all in. Don't need to buy any more. IonQ, still too expensive. Rocket Lab, it's up today despite their pushback of their date. I'm not concerned. I'm now just about in the money. I bought at the bottom. I said it could double. It was sold off because the CEO sold some and everybody overreacted. He actually sold a tiny amount of his allocation. So it was an overreaction. I bought that dip after the earnings and the report came out. Plug Power is improving all the time. It's a 4X. Procter & Gamble, I'm not in that. Rumble, rubbish. Funware, not in it. Future Faraday, back down again. Don't like the way it trades at all. It's a lottery ticket, that's all it is. Bitcoin's up again today, 41.7. Matic, Polygon. I've got all the Polygon I ever need to own, ever, in my portfolio. On my, not on here, it's on my Coinbase and in my external wallets. But it's the currency of the internet. It pays for the Ethereum network. And I bought this around about 30 cents. And I'm up silly now. So it's up 88 now. And of course, XRP, we've got a $7 price target. And that's a big part of my crypto portfolio as well. Anyway, there you go. There are all the updates of the portfolio so far this morning. Thank you. Owned it about 8 months ago now as a bit of a side play. Yeah. Ron Barron's heavily into it. He owns 15% of the company. Bought in Rocket Labs at 420. Oh, very nice. Let's have a little look. Yeah. My average is 474. I bought it lower than that. I bought it at the bottom. The reason why it's 474, I was already in. My average has come down. But I think last time I bought it, there you go, 400 shares at 418. So I bought it at 418, which I think was around about the bottom. There was some previous buys that were slightly lower, I think. But 418, but my average is still 474. And I could buy some more now and lower it again, but then that would be over-allocate my portfolio, unbalance it, have too much on one stock. So I don't want to do that. There's always the opportunity to buy less, to buy it for cheaper. Right. We're going to get into the bell. Hang on a minute. This is a nice comment. What's coming in here? Tim Rogers has said, Martyn, I believe your approach with the CEOs will not only provide us with investment strategies, but allow us to understand where the company is heading over a 3 to 5 year time frame. Thank you, Tim. I hope so. That's what I think it will provide value. Remember, everything that I do on the show is to provide value. It's not to sell videos. I knew the video would not be a massive video. All right? I'm not a Meet Kevin or a Graham Stepan. I don't do sad faces. I don't go doom and gloom, the world's coming to an end. I just bring the information, all right? I don't want to do that. And I'll prove that to you. Look, the video itself, which is extremely valuable and important to you and to me, has only had 114 views. It's not what I rank for. I rank for Virgin Galactic. I will soon rank for this. I've no doubt about it that I will rank for Diverse Mineral Group and it will have many thousands of views. But right now it's 114 views. I knew making that video would not make me any money. It would not be great for me. However, it's great for you, which means it's great for me, I think. And also what this interview did, Jeff introduced me to a gentleman at the New York Stock Exchange that talks to all the CEOs. And this is my path to Richard Branson, Elon Musk, and others. And as I've mentioned before, you make friends with people, you help people, support people, do what's best for them, and your business will take care of itself. So that's why I did it. And I want to talk to my friends. I want to build friends. I want to give them a really open, honest platform to share their stories. And that's what this is about. It's not about me. And I think that's what this channel is about. I don't know why, but I'm not getting comments come through on Ecamm Live this morning from YouTube. Anyway, Chris, Robinhood says 2024, so I'm guessing January. No, what? About Robinhood? Do you buy Ripple, Robinhood? No, you can't. Hang on. No, yeah, you can't. What's the question, Chris? Robinhood is available. I have got Robinhood UK. I said yesterday. For those of you that wasn't here yesterday, let me just briefly do this then before we go into the reviews this morning. I was very, very disappointed, very sad, very frustrated. I spent 2 years planning on Robinhood getting the first in the UK, making videos on it, the first in the UK, because it's good value, good information for you. That's why, again, always about you, right? And I did everything right. Everything right. Everyone was excited. I gave my referral link and I got it. I was right at the top of the list. I was the very first. I got it. However, again, to be open and honest, I always use the same email, martyn@martynlucas.com. So you know it's me and it's real and it's the most best way, right? Of course, I got it because everyone clicked on it. You all ranked up as well because I got it. Everybody wins. Great. Then they sent me the invitation to the app. I got the app. I showed you on the screen yesterday. I now have the Robinhood app with the orange spot on it, which is a beta version. I have it. You're looking at it, right? However, I can't sign in because it's associated with the same email that's associated with my US account. They didn't anticipate on day one somebody in the US would want a UK account. I mean, why would you want that, right? And I mean, there's a good reason, but not everybody's going to want that, to be honest. So they was unable to fix it. They're trying to fix it. I've spoken to them. I've emailed them. I said, flipping it, guys, just associate a different email to the account so I can set this up. No response. It's very, very frustrating. So what I've done, it doesn't affect you. You've still ranked up because I've got it. I just can't sign in with the UK version because it's associated to my US account. So what I've done is I've created another email, which is my Gmail, and I've given you the referral. Here is the referral. Now, if you click on this, it might not help you anymore. It won't do you any harm, but it will put you on a second list. And that's a good thing for you, potentially. It's not a bad thing. You might just rank up even higher, okay? But if everyone could do that for me, yesterday 10 people did it. Let me open up my email. Even if you are in the US, you can do it. Because I was in the US and I got the UK app, all right? So even if you're in the US, to help me, it won't help you because if you're in the UK, if you're in the US, you might not want a UK account. I do, but you might not. But to help me, so I can actually share with people, you know, the UK app. I've got it, but it's the US. I'm signed into the US side of it, and it will show the pound rather than the dollar. You can help me by clicking on that link there I've just given to you. Even if you've already done it on the other one, do it again on the same email or another email. It doesn't matter. It might help you. It won't do you any harm, but it might help you. But it will help me, and hopefully I'll get it like quicker. Of course, now the list has got longer, and it's frustrating because I already have it. I just can't sign in. And if I try and sign in with a new email, it's not associated to the offer. It just creates an American account. So I can have 2 American accounts, which of course you can't have because that would be fraudulent because you're not allowed 2 brokerage. You can't have 2 accounts with Robinhood. You're not allowed, because your social security number won't allow you to have 2 Roth IRAs and all the rest of it. So I can't use it. I'm just waiting now. So if you could do that, it'd be brilliant. If not, it's fine, but it would really help if you did. And as I say, it might help you as well. Where do I hold XRP? I hold XRP on Coinbase. That's where I hold it. Good morning, Martin. Wish you a blessed day. I wish you the same, Queen. It asks for your email to be placed. Yes, it asks for your email to be placed on a waiting list. Exactly. You could be on 2 lists. It doesn't matter. Put in the same email, a different email, both emails. It doesn't matter. You've already got on the list. This is to help me rank up the list quicker so I can share with you and show and make videos on the UK version. So it would be really, really helpful if you did it. All right. Hello, Queen, says Stephen. All right. 10 minutes to go. If anyone does it, I will get an email and it will tell me that I've just moved up the list. It will tell me that someone's done it. So I hope someone does it. But if not, that's fine. Hopefully Robinhood will fix the problem and I'll be able to get my original referral sorted out. But it's a shame because I would have been using the UK app in the UK day one, making videos, and I can't. And I'm like, you're kidding me. I planned 2 years for this. I was honest by using the same email, but of course I should have realized perhaps I just thought use the right email would be right, but there you go. Now I look back on it, I think, why didn't you just use a different email? Why can't they just fix it? But I can't, I'm talking to low-level customer service. I'm not through to Vlad Tenev. I'm sure if I got through to Vlad Tenev, he would click it in 10 seconds and get it done, but it is what it is. Apple. NEE. Enphase. Coca-Cola. J&J. Kenvue. Chevron. Tesla. It's all good. I'm not selling anything. I'm not buying anything. I would be buying... I would be buying Walmart if it goes down 5%. I would be buying Chevron if it goes down to 140. I'd be buying that. I'd also be buying Apple and Amazon if they go down, but they're not going to, not yet. They're not going to go down to the new year. Just did it. Jimmy James just did it. Let me click on it. I should have a little... Yep, there we go. I've got a message. There you go. This is what I get when you do it. Thank you, Jimmy. Congratulations, you've been bumped up on the queue because someone joined the wait list. That was Jimmy James. Thanks, Jimmy James. I appreciate it. That's 11 now. 11 people have done it. So hopefully I can get this email associated with it, but it might be a delay. I don't think this won't be as fast as the first time, and I tell you why. Because I was right out of the gate before the list had even started, right on the list, day one, at the top, boom, I got on it. Now what they're doing, they're testing it amongst those people, but I'm not able to test it, which has been bonkers, really. I'm testing the app, and you're looking at it. This is it, but it's the US account that's showing, but I'm still in it. But now the list is longer, and so... Anyway, all we can do is do our best. There's no point focusing on the negative. Just try to find a way to go through it. And that's what I'm trying to do. So, Jimmy, thanks for your support, mate. If you do it, let me know in the chat and I can go and see on my email. Anyway, Apple, Next Era Energy, Enphase, Coca-Cola, J&J. So we're not buying anything this morning unless it really drops. But we're not selling either. Chevron. Tesla, beg your pardon. McDonald's. All right, we've got 5 minutes to go. Let's get funky with it. You ready? We've got 75 in the show. Let's see if we can get 40 likes because 50% of people are signed into Google. Sad as it is, only 50% of people are actually signed in that can actually engage in the shows. So the best we could get really is 35, really, no more. We get 99%, 99.5% is our up rate, is our up likes. But the reason why I ask you to do this, if you like the video, you'll be shown my content, suggested my content, you'll help the channel, but most importantly, you'll help you. Please tap the like button. If you don't like my content, and I don't mind, maybe I don't like you. It's perfectly okay not to like my content. Please click the down like. 99.5% click the up, but if you don't like it, that's fine, please do. And then you won't be shown my content and you'll find something you enjoy more. The idea with this is we want to be the most engaged channel on YouTube TV so we can continue growing, continue meeting the right people. So please tap the like button if you like it or the down like if you don't. So I want everybody who's watching my show to want to be here. So if you can, it really helps. The most we could get now is about 35 because that's about 50% of what we got watching. So if we can, we're nearly there, another 5 and we'll be about right. Please do help. All right. Thank you very much indeed. We've got 4 minutes to go before the bell goes. All right. Okay. Hello, Mike. Portfolio just dropping off a little bit. Where's it going to go this morning? Virgin Galactic. Palantir, we want to buy it, but I want to be involved in this company, but it's too expensive. It's been coming down now, nearly 9% now over the last month. My portfolio's up nearly 29%, and that's down 9%. So got to wait for it to come down. You can't overpay for anything. I do believe that it's not timing, it's time in, but you do have to buy at the right price. Otherwise, you're just throwing money down the toilet. Wow, we did it, folks. You exceeded it again. The Lucas Aids always do. 39 likes. You exceeded it. 39. I'll take that. That's fantastic. Fantastic. You can't ask for more than that. Can't ask for more than that. Hi, Mitch NL. Good morning to you, Stephen and Queen. Hi, everybody. Excellent stuff. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Gold, S&P, Amazon, Apple. 2 minutes to go. We'll ring the bell. You can sponsor the bell for $20. Have your name on it and put a business below in the chat. Coca-Cola, J&J, Kenvue, Chevron. So the last time I bought it was 141. So around the 140, I'll buy some more. Trade my way out of the stock. Rivian, McDonald's, Coca-Cola. Coming up to the minute. Here we go. Portfolio just dropping a bit. Let's get ready. I'm anxious for the morning. On the run, SF. You missed a great show yesterday. We had a lady phone in from Scotland. Everybody member Dawn, Pot's Dawn. Is Dawn here today? Super Pot Dawn. You remember that from Scotland? What a great day. Our CEO as well. What an amazing day. 2, 1. Here we go. Showtime. Get ready to ring the bell. We are red. We should turn the studio red, to be fair. A few seconds to go. Very defensive. I'm not worried. CPI is all right. It's not great, but it's not bad either. Okay, we go silent. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. The bell has now gone. You can sponsor the bell if you want to. Sensei Crypto's bell. He takes care of all our crypto live on the show. Okay, here we go. Portfolio is down 0.65. I said it could drop 5%. I'm not concerned if it does. Let's find the bargains. I like the red days. This is where we go to work. Virgin Galactic is holding. That's okay. Down very slightly. Palantir. I'm not gonna buy it until it's down to sort of 15, 14. Gold going down. At the S&P going down, but hardly enough. But I will buy it when it does. Amazon going up. Going up. Too expensive. Apple going up. Next Era Energy, trimming back. Enphase Energy, going down. Okay, how far is it going to go down? Coca-Cola, J&J, Kenvue, Chevron, 140, I'll buy it. The overall portfolio is down 1% now. Remember, my portfolio will double going up and double going down because it's got margin on it. So if it's down 1%, I'm actually only down 0.5%. Makes sense? McDonald's, I've doubled my margin. McDonald's going up. Google going up. Microsoft going up. Walmart going up. I'm just about in the money. Tesco up. Tilray, rubbish. Robinhood going up. I'm now down 1.43. IonQ, Rocket Lab, we've got the delay. Plug won't like today. Procter & Gamble, Rumble. Back to the beginning, we're down 1.73. Virgin Galactic is down 2%. That's okay, it's early in the morning. 1.94. Remember, it's going to double. The S&P, it's all going down. Amazon and Apple are doing well. Apple's trying to push back up. FFIE is down 7% to 24 cents. Next year energy, down 11 now. 11% overall, 1% today. Enphase is selling off, down 3.3. 99, it's tanking. That's all right. I'm not buying it. I'm not selling it. Coca-Cola. J&J. These are very small moves at the moment. We're down 2% now, which would be 1. Martin, on Christmas Eve, are you playing live piano? There will be Christmas events starting tomorrow. And I've got Christmas cards for everybody as well. Christmas video cards that you can order. Chevron 142. Why is Exxon down this much? Chevron's going down 5% down now, or down 1.36 today. Lucid's down. Everything's going down now. Rivian down 2%. Which means I'm down 1. It's not too bad. If you've just tuned in, click subscribe and ring the bell. We're not buying anything. We're not selling anything. We'll buy the lower positions if we can. So I'm not concerned. The CPI was not bad. Some slight negative news in there. But generally as expected, it's perfectly normal to trim off today. And it will just bounce straight back again. I'm pretty confident of that. I said my portfolio could go down to 5%. And if it does, that's fine. I can live with it. I've gained 29% in a month. So it's okay to trim back a bit. I'm not selling. I'll be looking to buy more at lower prices. Gold going down. The S&P. I'll be buying it when it drops another 10%. That's my entry point, 383. Amazon is still going up. Apple, all of this stuff's going to come down in the new year. Next year energy, 11%. Here we go. Finding a bottom now. Enphase, there we go. Trying to find a bottom. We're getting some buy-in now. I'm not buying it. I bought it at 70. I'm not adding any more. Coca-Cola is being used as a source of funds now. J&J, it's only down 0.3. It's nothing. I'm down 2.5% now. Kenvue, Chevron, okay, here we go. We're starting to find some support now. The last time I bought Chevron was 141. No, I'm not going to buy it at 142. I'd have bought more at 142, wouldn't I? Tesla, that's all right. I'll just buy more if it goes lower. Rivian, I sold it at 19. I'll buy it back at 16. It's all it's worth. McDonald's, here it comes. Now we're finding some support. Walmart, see, I bought the bottom of it. I'm fine with it. That's not going any lower. Tilray's not doing any good at all. It's rubbish. Robinhood, 35. Rocket Lab will go down, of course, because we've got the delay. Again, my cheapest price was $4.18, so I'm not buying it here. 2.5%. I'm halfway of my target. I said it can go down 5% today, which would be 2.5% market because I've got margin. It doubles it. I can afford 5%. I made 28% in a month, so I'm fine with that. There might be something I can buy. Virgin Galactic, no. Here we go. We're getting support now. Here we go. This gives people the opportunity to buy in. Here it comes. There it comes. See? People are buying it. This is very, very bullish for the stock. Sells off on a day like this, and then people start buying it at 227. I own it at 157, so I'm not concerned. Just going to hold. Palantir didn't go low enough for me. Maybe I'll never get it. S&P. Oh, my coffee's arrived. Thank you, Leah. Thank you very much. Hey? And you didn't spill it. But I have got a Sensei Crypto mug. You'll be happy. Oh. I think Leah likes Sensei. She's always given me a Sensei Crypto mug in the morning. Welcome everybody on TikTok. If you want to be part of the main show, we're here on YouTube. The main show is on YouTube, links in the profile. If you want to talk to the big investors and see really what's going on, you do want to be in the main show. You're watching me on TikTok on my phone, watching the proper broadcast on YouTube. Come and join me over there if you'd like to. Links in the profile. It's youtube.com/@Martyn Lucas Investor. Be very, very careful. There are hundreds of copycats on TikTok. Many of you are following them. They never go live. They steal my content and they try to infiltrate your phone. So please be very, very careful for that. All right. I warn people every day. Okay. Martin, before I have to go into a meeting here, what are your thoughts of the healthcare sector of 2024? The technology sector is overpriced and growth can't continue at 15%. Must leave. I agree. It's why I'm not buying. Why I'm not buying Google. Why I'm not buying Meta. Why I'm not buying Apple. Why I'm not buying Amazon. They're all over. Too expensive. I think the healthcare sector is where it's at. That's why I'm all in with J&J. Yeah. Anyway, that's my thoughts, Tim. Thanks, Leah, says Mike. All right, 3.2 now. We're still going down. 3.3. Palantir. Gold. The S&P. We're losing it now. That's all right. Perfectly fine. We will get a drop this morning, and then we'll get some buybacks. I said it could go down 5%. We're down to 3.3. So what I'm doing, I'm looking for something. The S&P is just too expensive. I want to buy it under 400. Amazon, struggling now. Now there goes Apple. There it goes. Let it all go. Let it all go. Next year at Energy, we've got the bottom. End phase, 98. It's not going down to 70 again. Those days are gone. I could buy more, but I don't want to. Coca-Cola's going back up. J&J's now come back up. My stock's going back up. Kenvue. Chevron, it hasn't gone low enough. Nothing's gone low enough yet to buy. Now we're getting support. Now for the first time this morning, we found where it's sold off. So that's fine. So you see why I didn't want to sell, and I didn't want to buy either, because it hasn't gone low enough for me to buy. This is the morning reaction to the CPI. We're good. I could scalp trade these positions if I had money, but I'm not going to. Not this morning. Rivian. Not going to buy it at 18. It's not low enough. Google's too expensive. Microsoft's too expensive. Walmart. It's only 0.5% down now. End phase now down to 98.11. That's okay. I bought it at 70. Tilray, Robinhood, yeah. Everything's trying to find a bottom now. 3.38. I said 5% could be my bottom today. Rocket Lab have delayed their flight, but that's perfectly okay. I'm not concerned about that. Of course, it presents an opportunity today. for you to buy a lower price, but I won't be buying it until it goes below 418, my lowest price. I only buy now at my lowest prices. That's it. Am I still holding plug? Yes, I am. And again, I will only buy it at my lowest price, which is 328. So we're miles off. All right, there we go. We're starting to show support, get some support now. I said my portfolio could go down 5%. Remember, it doubles because when you've got margin and you double your position, you've got $50,000 in stocks and then $50,000 in margin, it doubles everything basically. So if you go down 2.5%, you'll be down 5% because your what's down is your overall position, and your balance is only your balance. What you have, your profit and loss is the gains and the losses are reflected, but the actual value isn't until you pay it off. Does that make sense? You don't own the stocks. You're just benefiting from the gains and the losses. So 3.5% now. So it tried to support and it didn't. It's selling again. 3.6. If it goes to 5%, that's where I think it's going to go. I can live with that. I've done 28% in a month. So 5% today is perfectly acceptable. It wasn't a bad CPI. This is an overreaction. Wall Street always overreacts. Remember, Wall Street are investors. They're traders. They just come in and out every 5 seconds, 1 second, half a second. They don't look at tomorrow. They look at today, and they don't play their silly games. It presents opportunity. That's all it does for me. Martin, did you make an alpha spread video about next year at Energy? No, I haven't. Mitch NL, you are a member. You can book one in. I'm going to try, after all this settles down, I want to do 4 reviews today. Never done 4 before, but I want to break the list down. I'm going to try. So once all this settles down, we need another half an hour yet of this to settle down. And once we start to pick up again, then I can get into it. Definitely should have kept Beyond Meat. Let's have a look for Buckaroony. Let's have a look. BYND. It's up 3%. Why? Up 3%? Where did we buy it? Did we buy it the other day? Did we get into this? No. I didn't buy Beyond Meat, did I? I can't remember now. What did we do with this? It's up 3% today. I'm not sure why. I mean, I know at the beginning of the week, but I can't see it staying up there. It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, I don't feel any regret not buying it. Got to remember. I mean, now it's going back down. Got to remember. Buckaroony, if you're not in Beyond Meat, you're in something else. All right, and there's plenty of things that are doing better than Beyond Meat. So and will do better than Beyond Meat. And remember, if you took a short-term gain, you'd pay 20% on it anyway. A short-term gain, and look, it's selling off now anyway. So it's not worth this price. Wouldn't be surprised if it turns red, because it's overbought. It's not of any value at the moment at this price. We talked about it, didn't we? So you've not used the money. You've bought something else, and my portfolio is actually rising now. Beyond Meat is going down, and my portfolio. Look, see, we're finding support now. That's our biggest turn up for the day. Oversold, overreaction. Value is going up. Always does. Long term, your value goes up, as you can see, and overpriced, bad balance sheets, bad debt positions go down. They pump for a moment because the gamblers jump on it and go, oh, look, Beyond Meat's going up and everything else is going down. Not everything else is going down. What's going down today is what's overbought, like Apple and Amazon and so on. They're all overbought. It's driving the market down. And then it sends some negative sentiment out to some of the high-risk stocks like Virgin Galactic at Rocket Lab. People dump it and they start buying something new and think it's going up, so I'll jump on. It's like lemmings all following Beyond Meat today, but now it's selling off because it's overpriced and it's not value. So, see it? There you go. Look at it, look. I bet you it goes red because it doesn't make any sense. You can see it every day. When you get these, when you get a bit of bad news, the CPI was a bit of bad news, not much. Everybody got excited, started selling stocks that are overvalued anyway, which is why I'm not in them. Drives the overall market. Then the lemmings and the gamblers are looking for what's moving up, so then they jump on that, even though it's got no value and debt position is crazy. They bought Beyond Meat, for example, and now they're selling it because it actually hasn't got any value. Now it'll go down worse, and a lot of people will lose their money. Let's give it another minute, and I bet you'll see it in the red. And my portfolio is now coming up. See? Once you start looking at value and balance sheets, everything starts to fit into place. When you start realizing how the stock market works and the manipulation of Wall Street and the traders, you start to realize that actually it's just a game, and you got to just play the game. But until you know the rules, you're playing. You're always going to lose. But yeah, it's looking fine. Beyond Meat's will be red in a minute, and my portfolio, it won't be green today because I'd be very surprised if my portfolio turns green today. I allowed 5% drop. I've made 28 in a month, so 5% brings me back to 23. I mean, that's more than I deserve. I mean, 1 month, 28%. I mean, it's flipping obvious, isn't it? But anyway, there's the proof of the pudding. There's that. And there's that. It's clear. Clear. If you buy value, if you don't overpay, if you have a balance of a good underpinning with dividends and defensive stocks in a time where there's uncertainty, you don't follow the leader, you don't jump on in with everybody else, you don't overreact, you take your emotions out of it, stay calm. I mean, it really is. It's clear as day. So there we go. Exactly as I predicted. Beyond Meat, it's gone red. It's actually red now. It's not showing red, but it actually is. I mean, I said what, 5-10 minutes ago? Beyond Meat would go red, and my portfolio would go up. I don't think it's going to go green today, but there you go. This doesn't have any value at this price, and my portfolio was oversold because of a reaction. Going up. Of an overreaction, beg your pardon. Anyway, let's go through it now. Let's see what's moving. So the overall portfolio is coming up. We didn't get to 5%. We might do, because what I'm still anticipating a 5%. I don't think it's going to go green. I think we're going to get a little bit of a rally now and then sell down again. And that's okay. That's okay. You don't want that to happen several times, though, because then the whole market will start turning and people will start selling off quicker. I don't want that. I don't want to see my portfolio go down too low. Because ultimately margin call would come in if I didn't sell anything and it kept going down and down and down. But I've got I've got about 29% safety net. And there's no way my portfolio is going down 29%. In a week, I'll have some more money to put in and reduce the margin. So, I don't see it going down 29%. Let's have a look. I bought $9 and sold at $9.30. Yeah, that's okay. It was 6% a second ago. Mate, we made a few quid. That's all that matters. Rubbish company, more debt than assets. Yeah, we covered it the other day. I mean, you can't buy that. Buy when people are selling and sell when people are buying, or even better, hold it for long term. That's exactly how I do it, Alex. It's a tried and tested strategy. Virgin Galactic now on a day which could just crash is now finding support. We've got support now at these levels. We're not going to 157. We're not going there again. There's no reason why we should. So I'm very happy that Palantir went down but didn't go down cheap enough. Gold is coming back up. Gold's going to do well. We spoke to a gold CEO yesterday. We think 40% in the next 18 months. The S&P did go down, but not enough. Amazon, I'd like to buy it, but not at this price. Apple, no. NEE, no. Down slightly, but it's okay. Here comes Enphase back up again. That $70 price target that I bought it in. We're not going there now. That's done. There you go. What do you see? Defensive. So what we've got now is money's going into Coca-Cola because Coca-Cola is a dividend king, and it's also a defensive stock because the markets are uncertain now. They're uncertain what's going to happen with inflation next year. They shouldn't be. We shouldn't be. Tomorrow is the FOMC report, of course. We'll cover it live. We'll be there when Jerome Powell speaks. I know exactly what Jerome Powell's going to say. He's going to scare the market. We're going to get bounces and fluctuations, as we always do. We're going to get people dump and buy it back. He's going to say we've still got a job to do. He's going to try and send a message that scares the market, cools it down. He's going to try and say, there could be future rate hikes. There won't be future rate hikes. So defensive is now going to go up. As we can see, I am up now 7.5% on my Coca-Cola. That's why it's 50% of my Roth IRA and it's 12.5% of my main account. We need defensive stocks now because the market is going to react negatively. But I'm not buying Coca-Cola. I own Coca-Cola. I bought it at the bottom. So I'm going to hold it forever. I don't think I'll ever sell the amount of Coca-Cola I have unless I absolutely needed to, or something was obviously screaming at me, telling me to do so. I won't be selling it. Or my J&J. J&J is going down. This surprises me because it's a defensive stock like Coca-Cola. It's oversold. It's getting a lot of manipulation by Wall Street. People like Jim Cramer talking rubbish, telling everybody to get rid of it. Litigation is not an issue for J&J at all. It can pay it off tomorrow if it wanted to. It's doing it in a responsible way. So it's just under a cloud right now. So it presents the best opportunity. And every time it goes to my all-time low, I buy more. You can't stop me from buying it. If we look at my last buy-in, where was it? I just earned $190 on dividends. Right, it's $2,500 a year across all my dividends. 145.85, 145.85. So I'm $10 away from buying more. I will buy another $5,000 at 140. No question about it. Anyway, should we have a quick look? Beyond Meat has bounced back up again. People are playing the scalping game today on Beyond Meat. It had no value. It went right back down, and people are buying it. This will bounce up and down a few more times, and then it will go negative. I'm sure that's going to go negative today. There's no value there. My portfolio is rising again. I said it would, and I said my portfolio could go as low as 5% today, and I'm okay with that if it does. Here it comes, Virgin Galactic. It's got support at these levels. We're all strong here. Can we do a bit of housework just a moment? A couple of things you want to do. Very, very important announcements to make. So let's do that. If you're new to the channel, I need you to check something. Some of you, and I can see my analytics tells me some of you are missing out. Let me explain. You can go and check this now yourself. If you go and click the subscribe button, unsubscribe for a moment and check this setting. Subscribe, click the little button, look. And when you click it, you see the little bell. Is it lit up? Have you turned it on all? If it's not, so you can turn it on or off. Very important to put it on all. Otherwise, you don't get notified about when I go live and when there's breaking news. You miss you miss things like yesterday. I was live at the New York Stock Exchange with Jeff. You missed that. So you need to do that. Then go on your device and turn notifications on. Now you might go, I don't want to be notified about everything that's on YouTube. You can have it on all on mine or off on somebody else's. You can choose. So it's very, very important you do that. Otherwise you miss stuff. And we're soon to move on to the next in our series of Meet the CEO, where you can learn from CEOs about companies before they go public. They are preparing to go public. I'm going to talk to you about that in a moment. Some very big opportunities for you guys, right? So let me put on the screen now. We've got 85 watching. The most we can get is 42 likes because 50% of you aren't signed into Google. I don't know why. You can't engage with me. You can't be a member or anything like that. 98% of our live viewers are members. So here we go. We got 42. Let's see if we can get 40. The most we can get is 42. You ready? Let's see if we can get 42 likes on the video. And the reason why I asked you to like the video, if you like the content, tap the like, it will share it out to you and you'll be notified. If you don't like my content, and that's fine, click the down like button. So you will find what you want. You always want to find the content that's best for you. If this is not for you, click the down like. But I will tell you 99.5% is our up like ratio. It's just because people aren't signed in. Right, let's see if we can break 42. Let me refresh the screen. 39 is now, my gosh, 53. Wow, I don't even need to bother. Way more than 50%. Thanks ever so much, guys. We don't want to waste any time doing that then. Everyone's already done it. Way over the numbers I deserve. So thank you very much indeed for doing that. Now then, I've got to put out a couple of very important videos now. I've got to do some very important videos. Here we go. We are, what's the time? 1 hour 31. 1:31 SPCE. Virgin Galactic. There we go. Production screen. All right. Virgin Galactic breaking news. Our road to Sir Richard Branson. And now even further, Elon Musk is on the list as well. And let me tell you what's happened today with Virgin Galactic and how we're going to achieve those two goals. Yesterday, you may have missed it or not, but yesterday I spoke directly live interview at the New York Stock Exchange with Jeff. Jeff is the CEO of a gold mine, and they're soon to go public on the New York Stock Exchange. And my members and people that watch my show, I'm going to present some information soon. If you want to, you can contact Jeff and you can get in on the company before it registers with the New York Stock Exchange to go public. So pre-IPO, if you like. I'll give you that information on an upcoming video. If you want to do that, we anticipate that gold is going to go up 40% in the next year. So owning a gold mine might be a good thing with some patented technology. Patent, depending from England or USA. Anyway, the reason for coming on today for a Virgin Galactic video is the CPI had some good and bad news today. Ultimately good though. It was expected. High risk stocks sold off a little bit but bounced right back. We've got a lot of support now for Virgin Galactic. It's not going to see the lows again of 157 where I bought it, which is good, and I'm going to hold it all the way to 100. But the reason why I talked doing this video is because yesterday was the first of our series of Meet the CEO. So we spoke to Jeff live from the New York Stock Exchange. After the meeting, Jeff spoke to one of the managers on the floor that speaks to all of the CEOs of all of the New York Stock Exchange companies. He liked my interview style. He liked the honesty and the openness and the presentation of it. I'm speaking with him, and I'm now going to be in line to speak to all of the CEOs. So I'm putting this message out just because I live on the fuel of the trolls that tell me nothing is possible and why would Richard Branson be on your show? Well, let me tell you, I've got an army of CEOs now about to sign up to be on the show. So we're very excited about that. And I just wanted to share that with you as part of our road to Richard Branson. I know you want to hear from him. And I'm also now extending my target to Elon Musk and also my subscriber target to 10 million subscribers and $1 million portfolio. We are moving forward, we're pushing forward, and we're very, very excited about the channel. So I just wanted to come on and update you with why Virgin Galactic has gone down this morning and why it's got support and why it's going back up again, and an update with our Virgin Galactic CEO, Richard Branson, the founder, and how we're going to talk to him. I've already reached out to his agency, and now we've got our first CEO interview done. It's moving up, and we're getting noticed now. And now I'm going to be talking to all the CEOs on the New York Stock Exchange. Very, very good. So that was our first one. If you missed that, click above my head on down here and you'll find the link for our first interview yesterday. And if you want to know more about how you can buy a gold mine before it pre-IPOs, there'll be information coming up on that shortly as well. So there we go. Over here, I'll post more videos and updates on the progress of our interview. We do have, with Sir Richard, we do have a petition coming out soon where we're going to ask Sir Richard during the interview, would he reconsider or comment to when he made the announcement that he would never buy any more shares of Virgin Galactic. You wanted that, a petition put to him. So we'll be doing that. And when that comes out, I'll have a link to that as well. My X account is above my head as well. And down here, you'll find all the information. Over here and over here, more videos. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. Okay, I'm back in the green. Yes, my portfolio is moving up very quickly. No surprise, really, at all. It's an overreaction. Let me do a gold video. Okay. Gold. Breaking news here on Martyn Lucas Investor. We're talking gold. You can see my portfolio now is up 26% this month. In fact, it was up 28% just before CPI. It dropped back down. It's moving back up again. No problem at all there. Looking great. The portfolio is golden. Now, yesterday we spoke to our CEO, Jeffrey Boots, from the New York Stock Exchange live yesterday. His company is about to go public. And it's part of our series of Meet the CEO. We're going to be talking to lots of CEOs directly from the New York Stock Exchange over the series of these videos. Hoping to invite Elon Musk and Richard Branson and many others onto my show live from the New York, Stock Exchange. So yesterday, Jeff, our guest, spoke to one of the managers at the New York Stock Exchange who handles all the CEOs and has put me in contact with him. And we're arranging to do some interviews with CEOs of publicly traded companies, which is great. Now, the reason for this video today, gold and AI come together. What does that mean? Well, as you heard yesterday from Jeffrey, they have some very exclusive technology which now enables them to more efficiently discover minerals and gold and metals in the ground, making them a much more profitable company. That's the idea, potentially. And yesterday we learned all about that company. Now I'm going to buy into that mine. I'm very excited about doing it myself. So if you would like to be in on a gold mine before it registers with the SEC and becomes a publicly traded company, in other words, be in buying a private company right now before it's pre-IPOs and before it IPOs, because then of course there's restrictions to buying and selling the shares, of course. There'll be information coming up. It'll be above my head, up here and down here. I will link it to X, and I will post. It won't be there straight away when you watch this video, but I am talking to the CEO of the company, and I'll be posting information. Should you wish to get into a gold mine with a great exclusive AI technology attached to it, I love it. I'm all in. I'm going to be buying some, and if you want to join me, I'll provide you the information so we can get into gold, a gold mine before it's pre-IPOs and IPOs. So I'll share that information. So if you're interested, click above my head or down here. I will post the links when available. They're not available yet, and down here I'll put the interview with Jeff, so you might want to go and check it out. I think you should. I think it's a very interesting interview. We learned a lot about gold yesterday, where we see the price of gold going. Gold now linked to AI and the way it can be discovered in a much more efficient, profitable manner. I think this is a very, very useful video information for you to check out. So go and check that out. As always, take care of yourselves and each other. All right. Just reading Paul Knowles' comment. Hi, says Nikunj. Hi, Nikunj. How are you? Okay. Yeah, portfolio's looking good now. Amazon, Apple, Exterior Energy, Enphase, Coca-Cola. Right. And inflation then. Inflation. Breaking news here on Martyn Lucas Investor. Let's talk about inflation and what our strategy is going forward. As you can see, over the last month, I'm up 26.34%. I actually was up 28%. We sold off a little bit this morning, but mainly for the stocks that are overvalued. I'm not in those stocks. I do my research. I simply buy stocks that are undervalued and that are good value to buy at the time. Many of the mangs are way too expensive right now. This morning, we got some good and bad news with the CPI and the inflation figures. It was as expected. Over on the year, things are still doing well, but we're not coming down fast enough yet. But we are improving. Let me share with you my strategy and what I predict tomorrow on the FOMC report. We'll cover it live tomorrow. What we've got is quite clear. It's very, very clear. If you understand the balance sheet, you do the research, you are looking for value. You're looking for stocks that are not overbought. We're not lemmings. We're not buying what everybody else is buying because that's ridiculous. What we're looking for is value. Coca-Cola is one of the best value companies, that with J&J. They were both massively oversold. Jim Cramer talks rubbish. He told everybody that everyone's dumping J&J for all silly sorts of reasons. So I bought it. Whenever he says that, I do the very opposite. Not because he says it, because I could read the balance sheet. But Coca-Cola is one of my biggest plays, one of my biggest positions. I bought this at the bottom. I'm now up 7.5% in just a few weeks on Coca-Cola. Why is it going up? Because the mangs are all overbought. They're all going down. Interest rates are going to pause again. I've called it for the last 2 reports. Up for longer. There's no reason for a rate hike. Would make no sense whatsoever. We don't need it. Remember, the markets are behind. The economy is behind. The whole thing is out of kilter with itself. So the effects for the consumer will be felt next year, and they're starting to kick in now. Apple will struggle next year. Interest rates won't come down, but they won't go up. But they will start to have more resistance with the price of their phones, as we've seen. They're starting to reduce some prices on some of their phones. So Coca-Cola is a defensive stock. It's why I'm in it. It's why I'm holding it. My portfolio, as you can see, is consistently up, consistently beating Warren Buffett, consistently beating the market. We had an overreaction this morning because those that got carried away have been buying too much of the mangs, Apple, Amazon, Google, all overbought like lemmings. Remember, if you are following what everybody else is doing, you're always going to get it wrong. If you're following what Wall Street's doing, you're always going to get it wrong. Wall Street are traders, not investors. Don't care about the future. Don't care about the environment impacts. Not interested. Interested in one thing and one thing alone. Making money today. In, out, gone. Not investors. We are investors. And why I'm beating Warren Buffett, why I'm consistently beating the market. You've got to look at the value, you've got to look forward, and what we've got right now is we've got an overreaction. The CPI was not bad. It was perfectly acceptable. It was exactly as I expected. We're going to get a rate pause tomorrow, FOMC report, and defensive is where it's at. Coca-Cola, J&J, plus my high-risk stocks are in there as well to give me some balance and some explosive growth. But be very, very careful if you are buying the mangs. I'm going to buy Google, Apple, Amazon when they come down. I don't care how good the company are, how good the companies are, which they undoubtedly are great companies, and I buy companies, not stock prices. However, would you pay $10 for a can of Coke? I doubt it very much, because unless it was the last can of Coke in the world and everybody wanted that can of Coke and there was no water available, then it's not worth $10, is it? And Amazon and Apple, great. I'm an Apple customer. I'd buy Apple shares all day long, but not at this price. Because as an investor, I'm not going to get a good return on my money. There are far better opportunities out there. So we're preparing for the FOMC report tomorrow. Click above my head. Join me for that. I'll post the FOMC report here tomorrow. We'll be live. It'll be a very interesting day. I do expect volatility, as always. When Jerome Powell speaks, we'll see things move. But I won't be selling anything. And I'll be looking for opportunities in Amazon, Apple, and the S&P if it comes down. But other than that, it'll be plain sailing, very calm seas for me tomorrow. Join me for that. Until then, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. FOMC. FOMC report tomorrow. Join me live for the FOMC report. We'll cover it live with Jerome Powell. It's going to be an interesting day. We've just seen CPI today move. The markets overreacted as they always do. You can see my portfolios consistently up, beating Warren Buffett consistently, beating the markets consistently. 28% up. We're just down 26 now. We dropped a little bit today because of the overreaction. But join us tomorrow for the FOMC report. Let me put my name in the sand as I've always done. I'm always prepared to get me head chopped off by making my predictions. I said before the bull market started, it was a bull market. I said before 6 months before the banks, we were in a bull market. I was right. I said the interest rates will pause 2 reports ago. I was right. I'm going to say again tomorrow. It'll be a pause. I expect Jerome Powell to paint all kinds of scary pictures. The market will react. Remember, Wall Street are not investors. They're simply traders. Most of them now is just It's not even humans anymore. It's just computers reacting to every nuance, that's every word that's uttered to move the stock up and down. That's all it is. It's not relative to the value of the companies. It's just algos doing what they do. So I won't be concerned by tomorrow's FOMC report at all. I do expect a rate pause continuation, which again puts more pressure on the markets. Does the right thing. It will bring inflation down over time, but it takes time. Next, in January and next year, we will see the Mangs come down. We'll see Apple come down. We'll see Amazon come down, Google come down. They're all overbought. Lemmings just keep buying them because they think, well, it's the best stocks to buy, and they probably are the best companies to buy, but not the best time to buy them. Too expensive. I do say it's time in, not timing, but you have to buy the right price. Otherwise, as an investor, you're always going to lose. If you follow the algos, if you follow the lemmings, and if you follow Wall Street, you're always going to lose. That's why my portfolio is consistently beating the market and Warren Buffett. Join me tomorrow for the FOMC report above my head and down here, and I'll post the links for the live event. It's going to be a very interesting day. There will be volatility if you are in stocks that are overvalued. It'll be a good day if you're in stocks that are undervalued, because money will move straight back into Coca-Cola and J&J, at least if Jim Cramer stops telling everybody that it's going to zero. I think he's still in it, but he likes driving the stock one way to suit himself. Jim Cramer is always telling me that J&J is the worst stock, until six months ago when he was telling everybody it was the greatest stock. How things have changed. My situation hasn't changed a jot. Join me tomorrow for the FOMC report over here and over here, as always. Till then, take care of your money, take care of yourselves, your crypto. Most importantly, take care of each other. Do your research. Just read the balance sheet. The information is always there, always has been, ain't going anywhere. Don't listen to Wall Street. They're just traders. See you later. All right. Okay. We'll get that out later. There we go. Portfolio coming up now. Good. Let me read some of these comments. I don't think it's changing anything for tomorrow. Any view on CPI today? We've just discussed all that. Octavio. Good morning, Martin. Question about space. With so little activity, flight and such planned for next year, do you think the price will go back down? No, I don't. Anyone else notice on Twitter your feed is no longer your followers, but loads of random videos of mostly? Anyone else notice on Twitter your feed is no longer your followers? Your feed is no longer your followers, but loads of random videos of multiple. Oh, okay. You're not talking about my account. Okay. Jeff, I don't see 150. No. Plus Delta less than 2 years away. Yes, of course you'll be. And then you'll get news leading up to it as well. That's very important. Nope. What am I saying nope to? I'm saying nope to what I'm looking to buy. Don't know why I'm reading that out. Nope. Okay, there is an audience watching me. Maybe I should think about that. Tesla, Rivian, 18. No. 1898. No. McDonald's, Google, Microsoft, Walmart. No. I got the bottom. Tilray, Hood going up. IonQ, 2 Deer, Rocket Lab, that's fine. There's nothing to buy. Beyond Meat surprised me. Up and down like a yo-yo. It's gone back up again. Figs. We're looking for figs. Oh, 679. Oh, now it's a buy. $601. Okay. Good morning, Cherry. How are you? I think now 688, 680. Figs. Best case. Overvaluation 615. 32. What's the balance sheet? Growth 442 million, 86 million. What's the debt situation? No debt. No debt. $29 upside, $69 upside, downside. $679. Revenues increasing. Operating income 23 million, 23, 25 next quarter. Cash flow, capital expenditure, free cash flow, debt position, forecasts. That's nothing. Gone down. Percent of 16% shorts. Okay. There's my FIGS analysis. 90 days. 30 days. Neutral. Today. Over the week. +9, +22 year to date. 551. $79 times earnings. It's overvalued. If we look at the valuation, to be honest with FIGS, thought was expensive. Base case scenario, 10%. Omar, good afternoon to you. How are you? Best case overvaluation, 31%. 615 overvalue by 9%. I told you I'll pay 25% overvalue for a growth stock. I think it's in the growth stock area. That's what I meant to say. What I like about it is the cash flow is going up 381%. Free cash flow is going up. They're spending money. They don't have any debt. 86 million liabilities. For the balance sheet is fantastic. The margins is 70%. Their operating margin is improving. Their net margin is improving. Profitability score is great. Solvency score is great. The upside, way ahead of the market if you go to 29%. Lance Trent says, Fig scrubs are just a trendy scrub. Once it's not anymore, then boom. Yeah, as a buyer of scrubs, I not pay anywhere that. It's an interesting point. Lance says, Fig scrubs are just a trendy scrub. Once it's not anymore, then boom. In Q3, the company hit a record in the new customers and saw revenue growth, while average order value increased 2% due to a jump in units per transaction. This was partially offset by more sales during sample sales, so that can misinterpret the figures. Despite a gross margin decline of 220 basis points to 68.4 due to a product mix shift towards non-scrubwear and promotions, net income rose to 6.1 million. Adjusted EBITDA improved to 24.4 million, a 17.2% margin, although Q4 growth is forecasted to be in a low single digits. Due to macroeconomic concerns, 2023 revenue is predicted to increase by 8.5% with adjusted EBITDA emphasis around 14%. Okay. Growth, income. Debt, assets, cash. If you're going to buy figs, might as well take a punt on Boohoo. Yeah, as a buyer of scrubs, I not pay anywhere near that, says Chris. Profitability score 66, solvency score 81. They've got a fantastic balance sheet. Wall Street see 29%. Worst case scenario, it's flat. Worst case scenario. Just trying to decide whether I'm going to buy figs at this price, $6.79. What does everybody else think? Should we do a poll? I don't seem to have the poll. That's weird. Why do I have the poll? Oh, there it is. Start a poll. Is figs a buy? Yes or no? I think it's down because it's not getting enough attention. I noticed my video didn't do very well on figs. Didn't get much attention. I'll be interested. Here we go. As a nurse, male medical professions do not buy them. Only females, younger females. Lance, are you actually in the industry? Are you actually in this industry? As a nurse, male medical professionals do not buy them. Lance, are you actually a nurse? Do you know this for a fact? Only females, younger females. They have Ron Barron. Ron Barron has 15%. He says it's going to make him $1 billion. Yes, they do. They have Ron Barron. Ron Barron is the big Tesla bull. The Queen of Self-Braiding. What do you think? Smash the like button, says the Queen. We're just looking at buying figs, whether we should buy figs or not. Yes, he is. Lance Strength is saying that the male nurses don't buy it, but the young female nurses do. But he's got a good point about a fashion line, because, like you say, when they're out of fashion. Let's read what it says here. Figs engages in the production of management of healthcare, apparel, and lifestyle brands. It seeks to celebrate, empower, and serve current and future generations of healthcare professionals. It offers lab coats, underscrubs, outwear, loungewear, compression socks, footwear, masks, and face shields that are specifically designed for the needs and preferences of the medical community. Its proprietary fabric technology called Fion X offers 4-way stretch, anti-odor, anti-wrinkle, and moisture wicking properties. The company was founded by Trina Spear and Heather Hansen in 2013 and is headquartered in Santa Monica, California. Not necessarily just nurses, just I do not pay over £100. Chris, are you in this as well? Not necessarily just nurses, just I do not pay over £100. I'm going to come back to it. I'm not feeling it, so I'll leave it. Try figs jam, my favorite. At med school, all the students preferred better fitted scrubs. There is a market, but I feel anyone can make them, and cheaper. It's the big item at the moment. Many companies have come before. Many will come after. Could be a short-term investment only. See, Ron Barron says it's a long-term investment. He says it's a long-term investment, but, you know. I'm in the field. Our company bought them for all their employees. Very expensive, I might add. I'm 6'3", 235 pounds, I'm assuming. I hated them. I bought the brand Blue Label. Yes, not the liquor, not the liquor brand. So Ray Rib, we got a few people here actually saying they're too expensive. I don't like them. Tuna Seb says I'm not loving it. I'm in the field. Our company bought them for their employees. Very expensive. I'm 6'3", 235 pounds. I hated them. I bought the brand Blue Label. It's the big item at the moment. Many companies have come before. Many will come after. Could be a short-term investment only. They weren't stretchy like advertised. They were free for me. And mind you, I bought other ones. I agree. Women do wear them. It's like buying a purse. I'm a junior doctor. I like the scrubs on figs, but too expensive unless they're getting into other work clothes like building, etc. Yeah. I'm undecided. So if you're undecided, I'm not buying. Nearly bought. But no, I'm undecided now. Right. End phase 97 now. Coca-Cola keeps going up. J&J going back up. Kenview. Right. Let's do a few things, shall we? I think it's time for some. I think it's time, perhaps, for some reviews. Review of some stocks. Okay, let's have a little look here. 361 through the show. How many subscribers we got today? Let's have a look. 7,500. Everyone's watching this show for core inflation. Okay. 12,771. Whoa. 12,779. Excellent stuff. 13,000 soon. Brilliant. Gave me the idea about Boohoo. Forget about that stock. Anyone know much about Boohoo? I think they have a lot of debt. That's why they went so low. Right. We're going to do some reviews. I've got these videos to put out. I'm just trying to think what's best to do. Gold, inflation. I think I might end the show, put these videos out earlier, then come back earlier for an earlier show and do the reviews this afternoon. Alex, EN, not sure what EN means. Ray Rib, you're the only channel I've subscribed to. Great work. I live in Miami. Robinhood is king. It's indeed it is. Ray Rib, if you missed my earlier announcement, you may have already used my referral to get the UK version of Robinhood. I've got it, but I can't sign into it because I use the same email as I did before on my other account. So if you can, click on this referral here. This is for Robinhood. Even if you're in the US and you can't use Robinhood, help me rank up on the list. Just sign up on Robinhood on the list. What it will do is, there's a link in the chat. If you've already done it on my previous one, do it again. Even if you're from the US, please do it again because it'll help me rank up. I've already got it. I got invited, but I used the original email from my US account, so I can't actually set up the account. And I want to set up the account to show you. I have the app, but I can't sign in. So if you would click on that link, and I'll know if anyone does it because it will show me that I've moved up the list. So let me post it again. There you go, so everyone can see it. Let me open up my email and see if anyone's done it this morning. I had 10 yesterday and one so far today. So if you can, it'll help me get the app quicker so I can share it with you. Won't do you any harm. It might help you rank up further as well with me, but it's just so I can share it. Tomorrow, Christmas jumper, Martin. Deal, Chris Pickering. Tomorrow, Christmas jumper. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. I'm going to end the show, put out those videos, and then I'm going to come back earlier, I think, to do some reviews and prepare for the FOMC report tomorrow. So that's what we're going to do. We're not going to do day trade of the day. We're going to end, publish those videos I've just been making during the show, come back and do maybe go earlier to do the reviews, or at least do some more. Okay? That's what I think we're going to do today. I think that would be the best use of time. Okay, so let me wrap up the show then. Here we go. Let's bring up the music. Let's roll the credits. I don't know if we've got anything to celebrate today. Let's have a little look. Let's roll the credits. Shidoo. Shidoo, beat, doo. New subscribers, John Holtel. We had more, but these are just the public subscribers, so not much to celebrate there this morning. Just one subscriber. Thank you very much indeed for your support. Appreciate that very much indeed. Okay. And what we're going to do is I'm going to get off now. I'm going to put out some premiere videos about space, gold, inflation, and the FOMC report tomorrow. Going to come back probably earlier if I can get all that done and do some reviews. I'd like to get 4 reviews done today, and our next reviews are Jonas, which is Eagle Farm. Then we've got Tui, we've got Indy from Rome for Oma, and then we've got Jose Quintana wants REE. So we'll try and do 4 if we can today. Have a great day, Julian Torres. Thank you ever so much indeed over there on Facebook. And that's it from me. Thank you ever so much to everyone who joined me over there on TikTok, Kick, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitch, Rumble, wherever you're watching me today. I appreciate it very much indeed. And that's what we'll do. We're looking at the market kind of going sideways a little bit now. It dropped off, it rebounded, and I don't think I'll be green today. Don't expect to be green. Nothing's gone low enough for me to be able to buy it. Nothing's gone high enough for me to sell it, but I would like to be able to buy something lower, if at all possible. Coca-Cola just keeps on going. I'm 7.7% now. My best position now, up $902. Keeps on going. Defensive stock, defensive money. Flowing in there. J&J's now moving up as well. Kenvue's going up with it. Chevron's going up. My portfolio's looking nice now. Up 28% this month. So 26%, was 28. That's it from me. So I'll see you back in a bit. Look out for the premieres. Get ready for FOMC report tomorrow. Until then, as always, take care of your money, yourselves, your crypto. Most importantly, take care of each other. Bye-bye for now.